Hey, what's going on? Sitting here with a dog, and just got off the phone with my cell phone provider. Recently changed the telephone number on one of the cell phones. The new number that we got is tied in with somebody else's Facebook account, which maybe isn't a big deal, but I don't know, like it's just constant updates on the cell phone, like text message. Somebody replied to your post. I can't actually reply to this guy's post, and I can't even read the post, but I can read his friends' comments on his post. So, but I can't do anything about it. Like, I can't shut it off. I can't go in and to Facebook settings and, like delete that phone number or anything like that. The phone company said we would change the number for you, and I was like, well, what guarantees can you give me that number's not going to be tied in with another Facebook account or, like some other agreement, where the app needs to download or use my cell phone and my contacts and my video and camera and microphone, like we're gonna watch you sleep kind of agreement. So like, the phone's just gonna turn on and while you're having sex, and we're gonna record that for you and post on the internet. Like, what guarantees can you give me that that's not going to happen? We're like, well, we can't. Like, we don't. They got a lot of hem-haw going on, and rightfully so. Like, it's kind of an interesting event. So I was asking them, and they couldn't really answer it. Are these terms and conditions, are they tied to the phone? Are they tied to the person? Are they tied to the phone number? Like if I sell my cell phone or I sell a laptop, is every term and condition that I agree to tied to that MAC address? Is it tied to the telephone number? Is it tied to, the physical location, the physical person? Like how do these things work? You're like, well, that's a lot of worrying. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I would say that, but it's happening to me right now. Like, I'm receiving Facebook updates for a person that I have no idea who they are. What if this person was a really bad person, like what if they're making threats, to their neighbor? What if they're making threats to, the government or something? Is that telephone number tied to the GPS locating, or is it the device? Like, what if this guy like makes a threat? Are they going to track or turn on the GPS to that phone number? Or are they going to turn on the GPS to the device? My guess is they're going to track the phone number. And so here we got some crazy dude who's making like all these threats, and they're not going to kick in that guy's door. They're going to kick in my kid's door in the middle of a slumber party. And like here I got like my dog's getting shot and all this stuff, and they're like, sorry for the, misunderstanding. Yeah, well, it's a bad thing. Bad things happen. Really would have appreciated a phone call, like, however, that's going to just grab my little one. But, so it's kind of bothersome, how this stuff works. And what these terms and agreement, or terms and conditions, and what you're agreeing to, are they persistent? Like, and how that actually works. So if I got rid of my phone, does everything that I agree to follow the phone? Or does it follow me? Or does it follow the phone number? Or, how does that work? And the people I call, like, they can't really tell me with any surety, like, what's going on about it. We kind of chuckle, on the customer service and stuff like that, but, it's an issue. I mean, I don't want to say it's not an issue to me, because it is. Like, privacy is like, I don't want my phone to, like, just turn on and start recording me when I don't want it to. Like, maybe I'm talking about passwords. Maybe I'm talking about my bank account. Maybe I'm talking about, something that I don't want publicly known. Like, if I don't have anything to hide, then okay, I still have a bunch of friggin' passwords. I don't want, I'd like to hide that. That's why they're passwords. That's why my bank, we have an agreement that nobody's going to be able to access it without the username and password. So it's a big deal. Like, if you don't have anything to hide, well, you do. You do. People have things they need to hide. And so I don't think it's right that you can get somebody's telephone number. Like, what's to stop me from changing my telephone number, like, after I just agree to just ridiculous conditions? Like, they can read my mail before I do. They can say what text messages I'm going to receive and what ones I'm not before I ever have access to them. Like, crazy conditions. Like, what's to stop me from doing that, associating all these terms and conditions to phone numbers, and then, like, changing phone numbers? Like, I don't know how often you can do it, but, like, let's say I did it like twice a day. And I just start flooding my cell phone provider with numbers that have agreements attached to them. And they just give that number out to you. They give that number out to your uncle and your aunts and your sisters and your brothers and all that stuff. So that number's already got, like, all these things agreed to it. And that's what is happening right now. That's what's happening with this phone number. And I wouldn't have thought that, like, I'm kind of like this conspiracy thing, like, wow, like, I read into a lot of stuff. But to have this happen to me and, like, actually witness, like, what that looks like is kind of comical, and it's kind of, I don't know, like, it's just really a weird thing. So the dog wants back in the camera. So I don't know. You guys have a good night, and watch this video. I hope you, I don't know, like, maybe wake up a little bit. I am getting rid of Facebook and social media. I did want to share this about what is actually going on with Facebook, and that Facebook Messenger is not that great of a thing, and you should probably not have that on your phone.